saying a bunch of divisive things. It was if I'm watching the extravaganza that happened at the White House, what was the thing? Michelle Obama is a man. Like, how did that help? How did that help?
That guy says that every time he.
But
does a speech.
what is the thing? First of all, it's really divisive because you know that a large portion of the country is going to take this. Is going to have a problem with this. Clearly she's not a man. You know what I'm saying? But it makes no sense. I've never seen this many people say so many damaging things about a past president. It's like he's still on the forefront, and it's not like we have a president that's doing the greatest job for this country, which is a weird thing to me. And people gonna ask, is that what's the belief? That's the real belief of people? That's the real thing?
No, well, listen, there's some crazy people that believe the world is flat. There's a lot of dumb beliefs. There's probably people that do believe Michelle Obama's a man. What that guy does, he's like a pro wrestler. Like, he's got a character called the Incredible Hulk. It's very corny in a lot of ways. Sometimes it's, cringy. But the point is, he gets a lot of attention. A lot of attention because of all this. That's what he's doing. So what he's trying to do is maximize the amount of attention that he can get for a very short window of career. This is not how he really feels, how he really thinks. When you talk to him in real life, he's very reasonable. This is an act that he does, like a pro wrestling act. But what he can do is fight. He's really good. And that's what's so confusing about it all. So you got this guy who's created like this fake persona where he puts on an American flag bandana, comes out to Hulk Hogan music, does all his interviews with sunglasses on, has a bunch of crazy, silly rhymes, and says ridiculous shit, just trying to get attention, the most amount of attention. So it is very divisive, don't get me wrong, but that's by design.
So he's Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage in the same
But an actual fighter, and a really fucking good one, man. He just knocked out Derrick Lewis at the White House. Derrick Lewis has the most knockouts in the history of the sport.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Joe.
Don't do what?
Let's don't say that so excited, because Derrick Lewis go to the same gym. Main Street Boxing Gym in Houston. I'm very close to that.
Dude, I love Derrick Lewis.
I don't like the fact that Derrick Lewis lost that fight.
I think Derrick of 10 years ago would have been a real fucking problem for that dude. Because Derrick of 10 years ago, you couldn't hold him down. He would just get up. There's a whole compilation of people trying to hold Derrick Lewis down, who he just gets a hand on you and just whoop, his grip, they did that UFC grip thing where they test the grip. Yeah. Everybody's like 140. The strong ones are like 160, 190. Derrick just squeezed it casual, 218. And they were like, what the fuck?
So you see how problematic this was for me. You already beat my friend. Then you turn around and say...
He beat a 40-year-old Derrick Lewis.
A 40-year-old Derrick Lewis. Then turn around and say... Michelle Obama's a man. I was like, okay, you know something?
I know what you're saying.
I'm pissed.
Listen, you're right.
I'm
you're
pissed.
Right. But I'm telling you, if you met that dude in real life, you would get it. He's just a dude. He's just a guy who's a competitive wrestler, played in the NFL, and he's like, I got to do something to figure out how to get people to pay attention to me. Because it can't just be fighting. It's not enough. If you look at Conor McGregor, you look at Sugar Sean O'Malley, you look at these guys that have these flamboyant personalities, these big personalities. They get Cassius Clay is the original example. They get an immense amount of attention, and that translates into much more money and much more opportunities. There's no fucking way that guy would have gotten that fight at the White House if he couldn't fight. Because the fight that he had before that, he fought Curtis Blades, who was a top 10 UFC heavyweight, huge wrestler, and they went to war, dude. I mean, he put it on him for 3 fucking rounds. Like, Curtis just has an insane heart and survived it. But that guy can fucking fight. But just that alone's not enough. But you got to get attention. I don't agree with it. I wouldn't do it. It's not my thing. I don't like it, right? But I get it, and it's smart.
With Muhammad Ali, though, he was very respectful in his act, to get attention. Just
he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
I mean, he wasn't with other people, but he would show up at fucking Sonny Liston's house and scream about him on his fucking front lawn at 4 a.m. He did wild, crazy shit. He
I
did
give you that. I give
he
you
did
that.
a lot of what he was just all about getting your heart rate up, getting your emotions in there. He was so fucking smart. He knew before everybody that you could just get somebody into a frenzy and they wouldn't be able to sleep. Their whole life revolved around fighting you, and I can't let this guy beat me. And the fear of losing, he's gonna keep you weak. It's gonna keep you. You're not gonna be able to eat as much food. You're gonna feel nervous.
But you see what happened when somebody called him Cassius Clay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Joe Rogan got heated when Ali Sadiq brought up the Josh Hokit, Michelle Obama statement at the UFC White House event. We're still talking about this. Joe defended it though, and Joe brought up a good point when Ali was talking about Muhammad Ali and trying to say he did it respectfully. I'm thinking, didn't a guy pull out a gun on Muhammad Ali one time? One of the fighters he was running his mouth to, and Muhammad Ali had to run. But I mean, like, the Josh Hokit thing was stupid. I think, like, I get what Joe Rogan's saying. Like, the dude is doing, like, a character and it's completely over the top. But like I said at the time, Dana White was probably like, why'd you have to do that here? It was such a dumb thing. And I get Ali's point of the perspective of we're really still talking about the Obamas and Michelle Obama thing. Like, it was just a completely stupid thing. But Joe's still defending it from the aspect of, the guy is just doing a character. Of, my God, everyone's still talking about that UFC event, which I will say was cool looking. Sorry, you don't like it? Tough. It was cool. Great fights. It looked dope at the White House. I thought it was kind of dope how they would come out of the Oval Office with the music playing. Even like fighters from other countries. I always thought, like, why are people hating on this? Like, didn't a Mexican fighter come out to the Mexican national anthem from our Oval Office? Like, people who hated it really only hated it because, Trump put it on and kind of made it about himself. And all the fighters bigged up Trump after they won each fight. But, like, if any other president did it, nobody would really care. Or unless, like, then the right-wingers would care if, like, Obama did it or something. It's one of those things to where other guy who I don't like did it, so I must hate it. But if your guy did it, you'd be like, it was awesome. I thought it looked pretty cool and everything. The Josh Hokit thing now, oof. But, I mean, Rogan's still probably pissed that keeps getting brought up because he was the one interviewing him when he said it. So, and I bet you the second he said it, Rogan was just like, why'd you have to say that? Now I'm going to have to be talking about that forever on my podcast and by proxy be defending you because I have to defend the UFC. I don't know, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.